Enjoy this choose your own adventure story called A Night Out. My name is Ariel, and tonight I'm taking my friends Thomas and Patrick to a quaint town called Arcata. We're hoping to grab a drink and maybe enjoy some music. I hope you guys are ready to get your groove on because I sure plumb dunkin' am.
Oh, golly! I can't wait to show you guys my new moves on the dance floor!
Patrick exclaimed from the back seat, his body moving in odd patterns like he was part jellyfish.
Tone it down, you goofy bastard.
Thomas chided from the passenger seat, gazing out the window with a weary expression. He'd had a rough week at work, and I thought a night out might help him unwind.
Come on, Thomas! I'm just excited! I had a fantastic week, and I'm looking forward to a fun night out.
Patrick continued, still gyrating in a way that could only be described as controlled chaos.
Whatever.
Thomas muttered, leaning his head back against the seat. "We're here, guys," I announced, turning into the parking lot of Humboldt Brews. The smell of fried food drifted through the air as we got out and stretched. Entering the bar and restaurant, we were greeted by a cozy atmosphere, wooden walls adorned with local artwork, several people gathered at small round tables, eating, drinking, and laughing. The chatter blended with the clinking of glasses and the faint strumming of a guitar somewhere in the background. On the right wall of the restaurant, a door with colorful lettering caught our attention. Approaching it, we saw a sign that read, "Dead Ass Funk Music Night, $10 a person." We decided to go right into the music venue. We each paid our fare to a brawny man who gave us a stamp on our right hands, and then we entered. Inside was a band on stage chatting with each other, getting in place and tuning their instruments. Multiple people were milling about, chatting in a curious and slightly excited manner. A man on the stage then approached the microphone in front of him and declared,
"Are you all ready for some funk?"
The audience all yelled excitedly. The man on stage then said,
"Not just any funk, no baby, this is dead-ass funk."
The audience were hooting and hollering with excitement.
"Then let's funk."
The crowd roared, the lights dimmed, and the band began to play.
Yeah! Funky, funky, funky. Funky, funky, funky. Yeah! Funky, funky, funky. Funky, funky, funky. Dead ass.
I really tried to like the music playing, but I just couldn't get into it.
I paid $10 for this crap?
Thomas asked, standing cornstalk still, looking at the band in disbelief. It looked like a lot of the crowd around us seemed to agree with Thomas. The band, on the other hand, didn't seem to notice or at least mind. They were up there having a plum dunkin' good time.
Deadass is right! This band is terrible!
Patrick said, heading for the door. Me and Thomas followed. We walked over to the bar and ordered a few beers. We sat there with the bad music still wandering out the door behind us, into our ears uninvited. We only stayed because certain drinks were half off tonight, including our beer. As the night continued and we had found ourselves comfortably buzzed,
Golly! I forgot to comb my hair tonight. I hope it looks okay.
Patrick was telling us as he ran his fingers through his somewhat messy hair.
It's pronounced comb, you idiot.
Thomas said in annoyance.
Well, as they say, tomato, tomato.
Patrick shot back.
Stupid.
Thomas snapped. As they were arguing, I decided to take in my surroundings and look about the place a bit. I saw what looked like a young couple playing pool, a few older guys at a table a little way away, talking loudly about this and that, and a few people along the bar chatting with the bartender and each other. I also noticed every few minutes a few more folks would come out of the dance room to the bar looking slightly annoyed, especially a middle-aged blonde man who came and sat at the bar, saying to no one and everyone,
"Waste of money. I was hoping for a night to let loose, and then I am subjected to that."
My eyes kept wandering around the joint when he snatched my attention. At a table down a ways near the restroom sat a man, the palest, most blank-faced man I had ever seen. He had short black hair, piercing blue eyes, and was smooth-shaven. He sat staring forward, unblinking, no beer or anything in front of him. A chill went down my spine. I looked away from him and was about to tell Thomas and Patrick about him when we saw the band come out to take a break. A small group of people followed behind them, looking slightly distraught. The band then came up to the bar and attempted to chat up the people around them. I noticed they weren't ordering drinks. I got the feeling, by the way they were talking about how terrific their band was and the way they were glancing at the drinks of the people they were chatting up, that they were hoping someone would buy them around. But they got nothing. Finally, one of them said,
Wow, sure I'm thirsty. Wouldn't mind a drink to get me back in the mood to play.
Do not serve these dead-ass bastards. It's finally peaceful.
Thomas told the bartender, who nodded silently. The blond man sitting near us at the bar looked over to the band members and said to them,
I already wasted my money on your crap show. Why the hell would I spend any more on you?
The band man stared at the irritable blonde patron for a moment before saying,
Hey man, if you can't appreciate an amazing show for a generous entrance fee, then maybe you should leave.
Oh,
said the blond man, eyebrow raised, a bemused smile on his face. He then stood up, finished what was left of his beer, and walked over to the band man.
how about you make me?
Said the blonde, staring down the band man who held his gaze. They stood for a long moment. The bar patrons and staff held their breath in anticipation. Finally, the blond man spoke.
You know what? How about I buy you that drink?
Oh, okay, yeah, that would be great, thanks.
Said the band man, looking surprised, glancing around at the rest of his bandmates, smiling in relief. The blonde, now looking less irritable, ordered some kind of hard liquor. I could smell it even though we were sitting a way away. There was smiling and laughter. Then the bandman's smile quickly disappeared as the now very amused blond man poured the drink upon the bandman's head. There was silence in the bar for a long second. Then the bandman spoke.
Buddy, I've got a new song to show you. It's a real bop.
The bandman then gave a right hook, clocking the man right in the face. Soon they were brawling. The bandman's bandmates were attempting to break them up, while some people screamed. Some folks were hooting and hollering.
Easily your best song.
Thomas said, amused by the havoc.
Jeepers crab crackers!
Said Patrick in surprise. I don't know why, but an impulse came over me. I could feel a fire inside me, one could say. I really wanted to jump in there and just give him the business. What should I do? A. Give in to my impulse. B. Resist.